All I do is waste my life away trying to get world records for a temporary high, which will last a week or so until it goes away. Speedrunning is the most degenerate act man has ever come up with.
But he doesn't stop playing, does he? So maybe there's a reason for it. Let's talk about that today. Speedrunning is trying to beat video games as fast as possible. There are websites and communities that track world records for it, and YouTubers have made the culture get very popular by making videos focusing on the people who do it, the skills they have, and the glitches they discover and use, as well as their struggles and achievements. The terms the community uses have even started to show up in other places.
So let's go ahead and put the first one up on the screen here. We can do a speed run through these.
And enter everyday discussion. I even got a bit involved myself. But whenever an activity like this becomes popular, people start to analyze it. Not just in how to get the next record in their game of choice, but also in how to make the most of their time doing so. And that leads to a question: whether speedrunning is actually worth doing at all. It's a common sort of existential issue that we see in sports and other professional games that require life commitments.
It's actually quite normal to have those thoughts, especially for a chess player, because we are working towards something, but it is inherently meaningless.
And there's truth to that. Players do get confidence and mental exercise from doing it, so it makes sense. But maybe not totally. After all, people do seem to go much further than just using it for exercise. They devote their lives to it, become obsessed, and give up on many other things in pursuit of it. We might say they do it because they can make money, and in many cases, especially with professional sports, that's true. But with a lot of games, and particularly speedrunning, there's actually not much money to make, if any at all. So what are people doing here, and why? Is it just a glitch in behavior? Some type of failure of the mind? I don't think so. Let me explain. Our brains as a design are millions if not billions of years old, and they've managed to reproduce 100 billion times. Something like that is probably not going to make a lot of mistakes. Our intellect definitely does, but I think we often view our intellect as the controller of our behavior, when in actuality, our intellect is really a sort of employee, doing the hands-on work in real time, while our instinct is like the manager, generating the urges and feelings that influence what we do. And our DNA is the owner of the whole thing, using it all to make copies of itself. Our instinct, I think, also is far more consistent and based on more fundamental things. And as a result, I think it definitely wouldn't push us to waste our lives playing games or doing anything else that actually serves no purpose for us. So when we see ourselves doing things that don't make sense, it's probably better to look closer than to just assume it's wrong. In this case, I think it goes back to things we've talked about, which is the idea that people must survive in groups, since we do better by dividing our work, sharing the results, and we need other people to have children. And we have to decide who should do what job and who we learn from or want to be with. That means we have to watch each other and show each other what we can do. There are certain traits, after all, that make you more useful as a friend or partner. And if you have those traits, you'll get more from the group, since they'll get more from you, and they'll want to keep you around. So people naturally want to show each other that they're capable. But there's a problem. The situations where we need that capability can often be harmful, like defending the village, hunting, running out of food, or moving heavy things. And hurting ourselves while trying to show that we're capable would defeat the whole purpose. So over time, we ended up doing something different, creating situations where we can show our abilities that are safer, like sports and games, so we can know who to trust, use as a role model or be with.
Putting all his money in with King Jack calling. This is not someone to learn from.
While staying healthy for when the real danger comes. And of course, learn about the world through other situations too. But now, for that to work, for us to really learn about each other and the world and what we're capable of, the situation has to be a real challenge. And people have to really show what they can do. So our instinct developed to make us do exactly that, to have a strong urge to win the competition, to beat the game, or to achieve that made-up goal. Because for one, our reputation and what we gain in terms of who we can partner with and what resources we can get in the group can be as important as life and death to us. And being the second most trusted or capable person can be a big difference in what we get as compared to being the first.
Silver, gold. This is the whole race. Greatest guy in the world, never heard of him.
And of course, proving that you're capable will rank you above someone who just probably is. So we've developed to feel that seriously about those things. And if we think we can do so, to devote huge amounts of our lives to achieving something that can give us that status or reputation. But also, and this is important, taking it seriously matters to the people watching too. That way we find out real information about what the people playing can actually do, and real information about the world and what might work or not work. So, this means that having people show and prove their abilities in these safe situations doesn't just benefit the people who are proving it, it benefits all of us. These games, these sports, these activities, beyond the other things they do, serve an important purpose in helping us figure out who goes where in our group, and who we want to be with and trust and look up to, and thus organizes our entire society in a way that is safe and, as a result, helps us all survive. So these things do serve a practical purpose. And now, someone might say that if you have that talent, you could also be helping society by going into science or medicine or other things that more directly help people. And those things do help people more directly. But games allow us to show our potential, which is important when people are deciding who they have kids with. And doing something you love that you can spend all your time on is the best way to reach your potential. So for many people, and for us to learn about each other, that choice is still pretty good. This means that while one game or sport may not be essential to society and could be replaced by another that's similar, the overall practice of playing games and putting our all into chasing those dreams and goals matters a little more than we may think. Thanks for your time, have fun playing, and I'll see you soon.